Wednesday night for an 8-race programme ahead of a big weekend. Group 1 double-header back at Sha Tin on Sunday. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined in the studio by our form analyst Paul Alley and race caller Tom Wood as well. And Tom, we've got some real good races towards the end of the programme on Wednesday night. Yeah, the last race, Andrew, race number 8 on the programme. It's a perler with the 4 last start winners going around it. 3 of them have won their last 2, and a horse that was pretty impressive last time at California, Deep Shot, who won from gate number 12, and he has to do it again from 12. It should indeed, yeah, and it should be really good race at the end. Not real good. I know you'd have picked me up on that. You're a stickler for these sort of things. Paul, what have we got jackpot-wise?
Yeah, bilinguist. 1.3 million going into the triple trio jackpot. So looking forward to that. That should be good. So have a crack at that if you haven't had one before. Even if you have a crack anyway. All right. Decent jackpot.
We certainly will. And build up to a big weekend, Tom, with the big guns back on the weekend. Yeah, looking forward to that. The Group 1 action at Sha Tin on Sunday afternoon. Beauty Generation will be back. Exultant will be lining up in the Hong Kong Gold Cup, looking to defend his crown there. And he looks to be certainly the leading light in that field. Certainly does. All right. That's all coming up on Sunday. Before we get into the action on Wednesday night, then let's look back on the weekend action at Sha Tin, which was Saturday. Mixed meeting at Sha Tin on the weekend in our racing review. We had a couple of Class 2 crackers on the programme on Saturday. We'll have a look at the mile race, 1,600 metres here. Pressure Ship was odds-on favourite, so expected to win, but got himself a little bit of trouble off the turn, had some work to do. Yeah, he got into a bit of a bumping match there with, I think it was Not Usual Talent at the time. We were loomed up in the straight here and went really well, I thought, in the end, Not Usual Talent. Pressure Ship at this point was still a length and a half away from him. You can see he's the one for us there, good standing. Cordyceps just behind them. So it was a terrific finish over the final stages, but a horse that's just continued to go from strength to strength, Paul. Yes, it was a gutsy win, I thought, because he did get knocked down halfway. He's not the biggest horse around. No. He picked himself up one nicely. Fast Most Furious has been consistent once again. And he was giving him weight as well, so it's a super performance from the runner-up. Yeah. But Vincent had a good day. Ricky Yu had a good day. But I think he's saying that post-race he was talking about giving the horse a little break now. OK. Yeah, well, he really does rate him as a galloper, and especially over the trip of 1,600 metres where we've seen him to best effects. So I'll be keen to see what Ricky might have on the radar for him in the future. Hasn't quite got a triple-figure rating. We'll have a look at those in a minute. This was the other Class 2, the 1,200-metre dash. Duke Y, Voyage, Warrior, Beauty, Applause, Computer Patch, the big names, but they were all upstaged. The word Duke Y got quite well backed, and he looked like he'd won. I still think he's won. You have a look when they hit the post, but the photo doesn't lie. And Gold Chest nutted him right on the post. But look, it was a good run from the winner and a good run from the second horse as well. I thought really good runs from both these two. Look. Country Star was huge as well there. Oh, yeah. Wait till he gets back to having he will fire up there. You're not the only one who thought Duke Wide won, but it was a great effort from the horse there on the outside who flashed home late there. As well. Matthew Poon, he's got a knack of riding some big price winners, Matthew, so if you follow him, you've probably made a profit there. Certainly. Richard Gibson, trainer of Gold Chest. Well, I thought he was looking for a mile, but he's now went over the 1,400 and the 1,200 metres. But super effort there. I was going to make the grey horse Racing Fighter the horse to follow, but didn't see much point in showing the same race twice. But did think it was a good run from him as well from the back. So Pressure Ship moves up to 99 now. The big mover of the day was Circuit 3, a 12-point rise for him. He's very impressive, though, Circuit 3. He won really easy, and he's really come into his own this season. He looks like he's going places, this horse. Son of Savabeel was Circuit 3, so he went up 12. Beauty Law, I thought had the perfect run. He went up 5, and El Jefe finally got and Fantastic Show finally got their names on the winners board. He probably got a couple of points extra there to Circuit 3 because he was putting up a couple of pounds overweight there with Chad Schofield with him last time out. You didn't see on the board there far above, but he got 2 points for his very luckless dead heating fourth. World famous who won still in the Derby, and Savvy 70 to give him a quick mention because it was John Moore's 1,700. It was, yep, great milestone there for John. Perfectly ridden by Alexi Bedell because he was just held up behind them in the early stages of the straight. Had he got to the front too early, he probably wouldn't have won. All right, there you go. That's Saturday. We're nearly Saturday wrapped up. Let's see if we can find some more winners though with our horses to follow. All right, Paul, you can lead off as always. I've tried a number of different ways I could lead you into this horse, but in the end I'm just going to say who's your horse to follow. Well, Zach, when you see Zach Patton on the first starter... What's the name of your horse to follow? I'm just going to ignore that. So when you see Zach Patton on the first starter, you can see him here on Glorious Lover race. He runs fourth. He's the one in the sort of the turquoise colours getting through the gap. He was on debut in here in Hong Kong.
Zach Purden did ride him. He was a big price as well, but look, I thought he ran really well on his debut run, and I can see why Zach did ride him. Look, there's going to be wins in him here in Hong Kong, no doubt whatsoever. And I just like this last 50 metres away, he pinned his ears back and hit the line nicely, so following him.
All right, and that was Circuit 3 winning that race, of course. So, Paul with Glorious Lover. Tom, what about you?
I'll leave him to the Glorious Lover. I'm with Speed Feifei here. He got back. He's only had a couple of runs, this horse, here in Hong Kong. He's with Benno Jung. You can see him there in the black with the red, the orange and the yellow. Getting to the outside, this is Roman and Piero there. You've got Fantastic Show there, one of the comfort horses as well, King's Race, Winston's Lad, all there. He's out of frame here at the moment, but he was certainly doing his best work late, and he didn't run bad first up, I thought. Gets a long way out of his ground, but I thought with experience, he still looks quite green. He'll continue to improve. All
right, more than a horse for me. Now, the winner of this race is world famous, so he's on a mark of 80 now and still holds an entry in the Derby. That's Blastoise in the orange and black. He was favourite, and Zembel maybe a little bit unlucky here. But I thought more than a horse. First time up to the 1,800 metres. He's run a solid race here. He's a winner of the 1,400 metres in Australia, twice in actual fact, when racing under the same name. But this just his, third, fourth start, and he's not far off them here. That's Champion Supreme just in front of him as well. So I don't think it wins too far away where they stick to this sort of trip. I think he might be quite versatile, but there's a strong win from World Famous as well.
Yeah, it was good because he was a little bit disappointed last time, so he's bounced back, and he did win at Happy Valley prior to that, so he's won it. He's quite a versatile horse, isn't he?
All right, there you go. Those are the horses to follow. Now, moving ahead to Wednesday night at Happy Valley, Champion Pride is out. Blake Shin, who missed the weekend, is back in action. He'll ride Super Lucky now. So Blake Shin on Super Lucky. And race number 7, Reynolds is out, Racing Luck in. And a big chance, I think, Vincent Ho will be in the saddle there, Racing Luck, lots of early money for him. So this is meeting number 44 of the season. 8 turf races. We're on the C+3 courses, 88 meetings for this season in total, so we're halfway. First event is a Class 4 contest over the 1,200 metres, headed by the aforementioned Super Lucky. Only carrying the 123, though, as the promoted starter. Runner-up last time out behind Shoes Noble Desire, 4th last time out course and distance behind Compassion Star. Jolly Convergence, blinkers go back on the 3-time course and distance winner. Amazing 3rd last start behind Flying Godspell. This is Charisma, gets an inside gate. Flying Godspell, that was his last start, was that course and distance win, but he did that from barrier 1, gets barrier 10 this time. Wood on Fire to Happy Valley for the first time, an Exceptional Desire 5th. Behind Flying Godspell himself last time out, Grand Harbour. The old boy, the 9-year-old's got some speed from barrier 3. It's enough to lead, we'll find out. But amazing, Flying Godspell and Victory Mastery are the horses that have been up at Chung Fro in the last 30 days.
Pace should be moderate here. Exceptional Desire from gate number 6 should be able to find the front here. Did so 2 runs ago and then was handy again last time out, but it was deemed unacceptable. You've got Flying Godspell, Grand Harbour. They can both take forward positions. Victory Mastery, it's going to be tricky for him and Karis Teton because with the rail in the C+3 position, the gates are right forward, so it makes it an even shorter run to that first turn.
Noble Desire's only had the 2 starts. He's on the far side. Reynolds has been withdrawn. He was the one closest to us, but on the far side, Noble Desire. And his last start, I thought he caught the eye when he finished off nicely enough for 4th. So he's trained on since then. Amazing. He's been placed in Class 3, this horse. He's having his 3rd start now for Benno Jung, and the horse goes really nicely. So with Zach Purden aboard, he is the early favourite too. Amazing. So he goes nice. He's still a long-term maiden. And the other one we're going to have a look at is, this is Charisma. He's only had 3 starts, but his last 2 starts have been good. He's closest to us in the blue saddlecloth. Vincent Ho aboard, and he'll ride him on race day as well.
All right, we'll have a look at This is Charisma in a moment or so. Let's start off with some winning form, though, and this is Flying Godspell. Amazing, Jolly Convergence, and Exceptional Desire. He was supported again last time out. Started as favourite, did to Flying Godspell, the son of Pur and Canto. Found the front halfway down and cleared out for a victory of over a length in the end for Matthew Poon and Jimmy Ting. He's got gate number 10, which makes it a little bit awkward, but he will, I think, no doubt take a forward position here. Chasing home in this race, amazing. His run, I thought, was decent. He's the one I've put on top, but sort of loath to go with the 21 start maiden.
Yeah, we saw Savvy 7 win the 21 start. I think amazing showing in a higher grade that he can win in this grade. 3rd start for Benno Jung, I think he's ready to win as well. The other one, Flying Gods, was interesting because that's the first time he's ever won on the turf. He's been an all-weather horse.
Yeah, but the money was on and it was right as well. No Desire next. 2 starts for him. There's been a bit to like about both of them.
Yeah, now this is the one I was talking about. This start here, we hit the line nicely for 4th behind Compassion Star, who'll be racing in a higher graded race later. Thought it was not a bad run from him. He hit the line strong. He's a little bit awkward in barrier 8. That was the only query I had.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of early speed, I thought, last time out, but he was certainly doing his best work late, so it certainly caught the eye and I've put him in.
All right, last one to have a look at is This Is Charisma. Again, lightly raced. He's just had the 3 starts so far, but seems to have improved in his last 2 for sure.
He's got gate number 1 again. He had it 2 runs ago when he ran 4th behind Good For You. I thought last time out he stayed on all right after being just half a stride slow. Well, this was in behind, on this occasion, Shamport, who was able to get over the top and win. Keep an eye on that horse there. We'll show you him later as well, California Rad, but it was an OK run. I thought Vincent Ho, Francis Law, it's hard to leave the pair out.
Yeah, I'll put him in, especially in barrier 1. I think he's just going to get a really nice run in behind.
All right, but it's amazing he's actually favourite at this stage, Paul. What do you like?
Yeah, I've got him on top as well. Amazing. He's been placed in Class 3. Still a maiden, but he's only been with the new stable for the 3 starts, so he's on top. This is Charisma from the Good Draw. Exceptional Desire. I'm going to throw him in because he's going to be right on the pace, this horse, C+3 course. Joe Moreira from barrier 6, so I think he's going to run a pretty good race. And Super Lucky, I threw him in there for 4th. His second behind Shushin last time was pretty good, and Shushin's come out and won again. So 5, 6, 11 and 1.
Yeah, on top for me as well is Amazing. Zach Purton riding him for Benno Jung, and he has had his issues. Of course, this horse is still a long-standing maiden, but look, I think he can go close, definitely including Super Lucky. I didn't mind his run last start behind Shuson, went round at 20 to 1 and was only beaten a length. Noble Desire goes in, and this is Charisma number 6, so 5, 1, 2 and 6 for the opener.
All right, there you go. That's the first of the programme. I've gone with This Is Charisma, barrier 1 inside gate, as Tom said. Francis Lloyd, Vincent Ho can't do much wrong at the moment. So that's the first of the programme. No trophy races such as, but race 5 onwards. They're all Class 3s. We'll be back with the second, though. That's up next. Class 4 over the 1650.